Radio check, everybody. So you guys do hear airport sounds, do you? And a little bit of music, which I'm gonna turn down in a second. Just testing here and getting prepped for to give you a good stream, good flight. Today we're flying from Atlanta, Georgia to Miami, Florida. Should take about an hour. And if you can write, how do you copy my voice? If it's loud enough for you. All right, let's get going. So before I do anything, just for those of you, for you just who joined and you don't know what's going on here, this is demonstration for Blue Sky Star Simulations Sound Pack version 4, which will come out pretty soon. Don't want to give you any date and then bust it, but hopefully within days. So it's all ready now, and today we're taking CFM for a ride, and United, of course. Okay, so let me get this going real quick. So currently cold and dark, which doesn't happen in real world, pretty much. Only happens 1% of the time. Ground crew will always power up and get it ready for the crew. For the flight crew to come in and do their thing. So it happens sometimes on small planes, like regionals, early in the morning. That could happen. Establish ground power here. And before we do that, just make sure that our gear lever is down. Throttle quadrant, throttle's idle. Parking brake set. And looks like we got some speed brake issue here. I don't know why is that. Okay, there you go. And wipers are off, and then we can connect it to extra. Hopefully you guys hear the avionics sounds good and all the startup. I'll just play with everything so you guys can hear and tell me if it's loud enough for you. Just if you can write and chat if the aircraft sounds are loud enough. So once we establish ground power, turn on the nav lights right away and get our RS is going. Reduce. Actually, I've been testing today as well, so I didn't have any time to look up the flight plan, but on the way here we'll just use Deltas 1827. I'll just do it real quick for you so we can get going. And for those of you who didn't see the last videos, I'm using SimBrief for my flight dispatch, and some stuff I'll take from FlightAware. For example, I'm taking from this flight is altitude 350, flight level, and I'm gonna go all detail about it, just for you guys to be able to hear the sounds and have some fun and talk, mess around. And I take route from this as well. Just want to double check here. First thing is my active data is it's close enough. It's in March, April 2017. Alright, let's analyze this, because sometimes... Okay, Jingle 4 not found. That could be the reason why. Is that SimBrief is not up to date. Yeah, it's not, I think. So we'll update that quick. Alright. So it just went and erased everything. Okay. Well, I can understand that. Now, oh, we're not going to Miami. We're going to Fort Lauderdale. Just went to Miami. And this is why I didn't find the arrival, of course. Yeah, I'm being silly here. So yeah, it's pretty much found the same route as we took. Whatever, it's 1827. We're flying offline anyways. Just double check. Okay. And Roger runway 27 right. I'm just wondering which one is closer to us. It looks like 27 right is the correct runway. So I currently in Atlanta. I don't have any photo scenery installed, so it's sort of kind of ugly down there. I prefer to fly currently in Miami, in Florida, where I have photo scenery and overlays and such, ortho and all that good stuff. So eventually on the way, at some point, we will have all the textures, nice textures, such as photo scenery and such. But it's all gravy. So if you guys have like headsets, I think it would be a nice way to hear the quality of sound, or if you've got nice monitors with subwoofer, that should do it too. If you have a chance to put it up just to hear all the nice sounds. You'll hear pretty much. I assigned some spots here. So I will give you perspective. I will give you all sounds from different perspectives. Okay. All right. So we already here. Let's generate this biatch. You can tell, guys, lately I've been flying just in Florida. I like Florida a lot, especially Miami area. And I'm moving there pretty soon, hopefully during fall. I'm just kind of, I can't stand Chicago winters. I gotta have ocean by my sides. Alright, the total today is 7.4 tons of fuel. Let's just take 8. I'm gonna go all crazy about doing correct load. Just going to load it realistically on such flight. Max here is what, 148 people on board, which is quite not the right way for this company, but anyways, we'll do something like that. And for the cargo, there's no way that they take in so much cargo. Usually on such flights, it's about maybe 1 ton of cargo. So we'll use like that. Okay, so we can adjust a little bit our center of gravity. Let's see, it's probably because one down, which should do it pretty well. Right, so there you have it. So I'm not gonna go just like I did before, fill it up exactly as it says in dispatch and such. I don't feel like it today at all. And to tell you the truth, I mean, I understand how a lot of people do this kind of thing. I do it myself too sometimes when I just have a lot of time to spare. But lately, I just fly because these things, the pilot, you as pilot, you don't have to worry about these things. This is dispatch. You just get to sign these things and see what's in it. So doing the ramper's job or dispatch job or not my thing. Okay, so looks like let's check the weather first. That's what I'm gonna do on our way. That's something important that we would like to do here in the simulator. And the way I do it, I just push open here in Sky Vector, and it gives me the Sky Vector page. It shows all information. To see all these layers, you gotta just click layers in top right corner, and you can just adjust all these things here. I'll give you pretty much everything. So it's got a convective outlook out there in Atlanta area, all throughout Midwest and East. Then just normal flight, nothing major. It's got some system south of Florida, which is not effective for us. No bumps, so that we should take into account. Just carrying these virtual passengers. That's it. And for the TAF and METAR, you can just point to that green dot, pretty much where Atlanta is, and I'll show it to you. So current condition is 2709 10 miles, few clouds at 5,000, few at 5,000. Temperature 27, 2.15, temperature 3005. For the TAF, they might have some vicinity showers. By that time we'll be out there. That's that you see those cells coming in. they're actually not coming in, they're just forming out there because it's so humid in Atlanta area, in Georgia at all. You just got summertime, close to summertime, so much green, trees, all that vegetation out there. It just gets pretty humid, stuff forms a lot. They'll be forming on the way. Little as we know, we might sit here for half an hour and they might form already over there where we at. So you gotta take into account those things. Anyways, but for the Florida, Fort Lauderdale, it's gusty right now a little bit, gust 21, which is it's almost straight down the runway, so it's nothing major. Scattered clouds at 3,200, broken at 250, and 2717. So dew point is far, and off. Alright, so oh nice, okay, so you got a TFR here in the way, which is fire. Surface to 3,000, it's not affecting us at all, you're fine. You're burning something down there, sugar cane or something. Okay, so for the weather, we have that. Let's get going with getting hot in the plane, so let's get that APU running. And again, in the sound pack, you will not hear APU in the cockpit or in front cabin, just like you would in real aircraft. You cannot hear APU; it's far away in the back. And I'll show you what I mean. I unlock that door there. You can hear the sound of unlocking as well. If I move down the cabin, I no longer hear the sounds that operate and all the avionics sounds. So if I move towards the aft galley, you'll start hearing APU there a little more because it's quiet. We're not running bleeds at this moment. So there you have it. This is as much as you would hear it in a real aircraft, unless something's wrong with it. And also, just one thing for you guys as well. Not modern, but all companies, all aircraft, they're getting quieter now these days. Not that engines getting quieter, but with older engines and the same body, they put insulation inside, in between these walls, put really nice insulation. So you might have noticed that at some point you hear less and less of engine sounds inside the cabin, and that's what's happening. In my case, I took, for this sound pack, I did something in the middle, so I took it from the loudest cabin it can get, and in between the quietest, so I put it in the middle for you guys to spare. And one thing people ask, you can't change the volume of engines here internal because they're so complicated. Everything, there's a lots of things that work with engines here. The compressor, the air, like the packs, you'll hear the bleed coming in. The engines will act differently, sound differently at high speeds, higher altitudes. It all matters. So unfortunately you can't change engines, but when you have your product come in, you have these volumes. These volumes are pretty much for company use. I do not recommend you to mess with any of those. this is just for testing purposes, so you might as well even don't mind that they exist, the Sound 3D volume thing. Okay, so and yeah, a lot of people say, oh, how do I can't hear ATC talking, they're sounds too loud. You got to figure something out to have like headset, for example, ATC in a headset and sim and aircraft volume in your monitors. That's the only way, or vice versa, whatever suits you. Or put the volume down all the way on the X-plane and use Squawk Box volume up. I mean, it's either that or that. You can have both. All right. So one thing that in V4 we fixed is bleed sound. So if I put the APU bleed, it will not come right away. It will take time, just like a real aircraft. Yeah, Flight Simulator freak. I'm happy I can change the volume though. Low. Well, yeah, volume on your speakers, like right here, playback devices. Yes or no? I mean, volume mix. There you go. So there you have it. You have APU bleed in, and since the plane is super hot inside, I'm gonna put it all cold. Yeah, it's getting there. The cockpit is really hot. It's 24 degrees. So at that time, I can already open the door here. Alright, we no longer need fuel and load. 1 down. Remember that. That way you can hear the outside sounds if you get close to the door, and the way with the door open as well. So pretty much when you board, you'll hear something like this. If you would have boarded in a real aircraft, you might like take a peek at the cockpit as always, right? Like, hello, hello. You're looking for seats. There you have it, the atmosphere of A320, guys. All volume levels been super adjusted. I mean, we've recorded many flights with different spots in the aircraft, but with professional software. The hardware that movie makers use for recording the sound effects. So it is clear as possible, and it only gets better. It only gets better, guys. With each version, each new sound pack, it's only gonna get better. Well, yeah, like I said, Flight Simulator Fix has no. I mean, the settings you just showed before. I'm happy to adjust some of them. Well, like I said, you might not know it, but it might say, for example, might say like wind right here, and you'll be like, oh shit, well I think the wind sound is too loud, so I'll adjust it. And little as you know that it not only adjusts the wind, it adjusts other stuff that you might not know. For example, it will adjust the wind as well, or there's sound of turbulent air hitting the cowling of engine. When you sit close to the engine at high speeds, you always hear that specific sound. So it's not only wind you're adjusting, you're losing a lot of stuff there. And this is just an example. example, BSS engine or BSS engine start or any of those. You'll adjust them. Sorry, you're missing something then. So, like I said again, not recommend to touch any of those. If you want to make it, just quieter, just pull the whole volume down. That's it. But that figure sounds amazing. Thank you very much. This is our passion, my passion. This is what we do. Alright, so let's get going here. In a minute I will start boarding the passengers, and that way you'll hear the passengers boarding as well. You'll hear all these small buttons. They're adjusted as well in that version. Okay, and that custom is 50. Flight level 350, I believe it was, right? You see it? In this case, and this is just, I don't know, it's X-plane or jar design plane or whatever. There's many issues. For example, I will not put cruise flight level at this moment, but in a real aircraft you could have and nothing would happen. And guess what? If I do it here, most likely it would say unable. So I tend to do it last, or it would put it in and then it would just write new cruise level or something. Well, we got lucky this time, I guess. This doesn't look correct here. For some reason, I didn't bump it up. Waiting for fuel truck again. Hopefully it's gonna come. I think that's another issue there, that if you choose it twice it will not come. I think we will have to reset parking brake. Looks like that's the case. I'll wait another half a minute. Hopefully we'll not have any outages today, such as SASL errors or you name it. Smooths 2 wallets. This is RNF. Departure. Yeah, they not coming, they just, the rampers totally ditched us. So the way you fix it, guys, is currently it's on external power, so I'll have to disconnect external power here. You hear the relay jump there, and reset parking brake. So now we won't have it. You see, it's just respawned somewhere. So this is a trick for you guys if you don't know, if you just messed up like I did. What's the temperature again here? 18. Oh, yeah, it's good to lower it down. Yeah, so I selected correct quantity, but I forgot to refuel it actually. See, I'm not that good of the whole trades guy, because I don't like doing dispatch for myself. I don't like to fuel my plane. I don't like to be myself, ATC myself. I'm a pilot. I fly. I don't need anything else. Well, I guess you can do it the other way because it's simulator. So we sort of, instead of having like, you know, on the level D sim, they would have like instructor station in the back here, where they put all that stuff for you. So pretty much all these little perks and nice little things. And our sim is like a little small percentage of that instructor stations there. Okay, so fuel is in. What's in it again? Yeah, that fuel prediction page is castrated. There's not much stuff you can do here. As well as this one. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you will fly, FS Labs Norway too. Alright. So let's get our chart down here. Oopsies. I just like to say the word oopsies. It sounds so gay. Okay. So we're departing on runway 27 right, which is the longest runway out there. Here's our departure. So we'll do a small brief out here. 27 right, which is the longest runway here. Going to heading 275, 50, 27. Then direct to Slaw. Then join Riggs. Rivet to 5K. There's a restriction there. And to Sierra Mike, Lima Tango Zulu to Wallet. Pretty much easy stuff, so all we want to do is make sure we got those in. Slaw Rigs Rift. Slaw Rigs Rift. Wallet. Okay. I will answer just in 1 second. Let me just finish this real quick, and then when I will board the passengers, I'll answer your questions here. So, got quite a lot of text here. Okay, so and we coming in OTK Jingle 4 arrival. One of the good sides, you know, if you're flying in the United States in a sim, you got numerous good sides for your charts. You don't need anything else. Like aeronav side, you just write on Google your 4-letter identifier, and you'll have it right away. Okay, so Valdosta, hitter, Wendu. Expect less 10 left arrival. Jingle 4. No via here. And OTK position. Okay, so we'll clear the discount right away. Got OTK here, Wendell, Walkie, RXN, Fortle Swags. Jesus, these fixes like carry so many strange names, I'll tell you. Swags, Jingle at 8,000. Got constraint down there. sorry, Jaren. When FLL is landing west, it's going to sound out. So, not a thing for us. We're landing east today. Let's just go through it real quick here. Make sure we get it all right. Oh, that's the thing. I remember now. Kind of got into first of all, we don't need that fix right here. Then we don't need feedback and we don't need jam. JRM, yeah. No, JRM we need, but we don't need that here. Hopefully it will clear that up. Yep, okay. Because you never know, you never know. Whenever I go to FTD, full train, full motion, level T, I have no problem thinking that something is not going to work right. In the Sims here, it's kind of different way. And what do you expect? I mean, level D simulator is $50 million each. Although, I can tell you, I just came from Miami again. We were at Boeing, Pan Am, you name it. So, at Boeing 737 we had there a lot of stuff, like they would have outdated navigation data. For example, for some airports, it's a lot of complicated than here. For example, they'll have like one airport will have all buildings, terminals, all frequencies will be up to date, all everything. And then another airport will be totally like screwed. I guess that has to do with which airport you're training. And I think they have a list of ones that are fully functional. Because I tried some airports over there, they're not even on the map. And of course the picture is not so great. Far, far away from this picture what we have in here. Okay, so let's we can talk about this more during our cruise. But for now, let's board up the crack house. I press a button and that will enable my Bex going in. And you can hear him walking, boarding. Hopefully we're not going to have Mr. Ding with his wife today on board, so we don't have to call airport security, airport police. Yeah, you hear they're boarding. Oh, one other good thing. Press cargo doors open. Do you hear that? Yellow system. Yellow system, yellow hydraulic system. We'll hang out in cabin a little bit more so you guys just have the atmosphere of it. But for now we just need to work more. Work. Okay. Also inside the pack there will be explanation how to put different announcements, FA announcements. And currently, as default, I got one from Southwest, so I'm just gonna use it so you guys have an idea of what is it like. So I can just bump it up to 50, and I don't use first officer. 0 to my opinion is highly unrealistic. And a lot of callouts not correct. So, plus, I'm alone in the cockpit. Nobody does nothing. That would be logical if you would have automated first officer. He would do his duties and make callouts. That would be, logical. But look at this. Single pilot operation today. So we got our flight band in for the performance. We'll just use whatever it gives us. Too lazy to go down to the performance. Actually, you know what? We got shitloads of runway, but still, I just want you guys to hear the, as much as dog as you can. Later, when you fly yourself, you can fly flex, whatever. It will sound good. It will sound like it's supposed to sound. So, but today we'll do full toga. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? And then we'll just do 10. But just because it keeps not selected, like always. Again, so we use you see, you can't clear it. That's because I accidentally put it in and then I put one card, which I don't believe actually that it's different when you put flex in there. So whatever, I guess we will have to do with flex. Alright, let's do it like this. I will put the lowest flex I can. I believe it is 40 in this case. Yeah. I'll put the lowest one. See if the speed goes. Yeah, you see speeds don't even change here, so it doesn't matter if you can put flex 60. Speeds will stay the same, so that part is no, it's an old model. But I could have went to performance calculator here. Calculated, should I? Should I not? Okay. Let them board. I'll walk around the plane. I'll show you more on the outside. Just press C like so. So each tractor and blower sound differently. Okay, let them board and I'll read some of those. Wind is still high in volume. Well, like I said, in this bag, in this version, a lot of those things changed already. And also what could be the factor is that some models, some versions of jar, they had flaw that they would use explained wind. And I'll tell you just my opinion, but all explained default sounds, like rolling sounds, wind sounds, they're just ugly, period. So I would suggest you go to, if you have that issue, go to your sound here and just kill that environmental here and kill whatever here. Oh, ground is gone, so okay, it used to be ground here, so kill environmental. That'll take care of ground and wind, I hope, if you have that problem. So yeah, the rest of the stuff, it doesn't matter. Moving on. Yeah, about stereo and mono format of some files, that doesn't actually do it. So, yeah, but you could have chosen to mono. I'll take a look at some of them. I believe it's A330 that has that problem. Anyways, A330 will get redone. Yeah, you know, it's fresh. XP11 is fresh, so a lot of stuff is not still working, not sound-wise, but just simulator-wise, it's not working correctly still. Like your engine, I'll show you what I mean. Retaxing, I'll show you the engine's still, for us, still not correct. It's either you have to come up to like some mutual understanding, either explain laminar fixes for everybody, or everybody fixes for laminar, which is going to be the second one, I guess. So everybody will fix their stuff. Because this plane, A320, it will move on idle. It will roll on idle unless you go on upslope. Sometimes you need just a bit of thrust to start moving. The rest, just put an idle, that thing will roll if it's not upslope. But again, even the airports in real life, explain, it has some terrain contours to some extent, but of course you can't create small deviations between small concrete areas. It will only draw like large concrete. In airports, their surfaces are not even at all. You'll have some intersection, and you'll be like a bump on the intersection, but you notice it. So when you taxi this aircraft, pretty much you notice those things. So, but again, are you updating CFM as well for the job design on A320? Yes, hell yes. And today we are flying CFM. This is the CFM version for us today. This is pretty much the reason I want you guys to have this stream, just to show you CFM version. Just changed. Damir, привет. How you doing? You got some flashes. Okay, so I was gonna go and just don't feel like doing a lot of shit today. I mean, as far as here, we'll go with Goga and these numbers because, like I said earlier, they don't change here. With flags, if you want to do with a flags, do with a calculator. So I just inserted flags just for the so it doesn't beep. Okay, where our rescue's boarding. And get a bolt line checklist here. Book security check, and handed, partial brief, completed. We'll brief on the way to run. Park preparation complete, cabin signs.
Your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you're on the exit row, that your window shade is open. Please make sure all seat back and tray tables are returned to their full upright and locked position, and all parent items have been securely stowed. In all purses, book bags, handbags, anything on your lap will go all the way underneath that seat in front of you for takeoff. Also, please make sure all cell phones and tablets are placed in airplane mode. And if you do have the Samsung Note 7, can you please power these? I mean, no one should have this. They should have been away from you, but if anybody does have these devices, we ask that you please power them off at this time and make sure that they are off for the duration of the flight. And you get a new phone.
Yeah, so I'm currently using the recorder from Spirit. So in a package you will see instructions how to put your announcements the way you like it. So you can just get ones from internet, get them into wave format and cut them with any program like Audacity, or Sony 4 or whatever. So just cut them and paste them instead of those. You can have each announcements for each event clear. But you can't have them at the same time. They gotta be like replaced every time. Okay. Should we close up, guys? Голос хорошо было слышно, да. Не знаю. Может быть, у вас там кого-то? Потому что я проверял до этого тоже. Да и хер на этот голос. Слушайте звуки самолета. Alright. Alright, so let's close up. I wish would I have like some 3D control here or something. Time while we get pushed, I'll give myself a call. Junior asking, are you updating Airsoft 2? Yeah, eventually. Yeah, I'm working on so many packs right now. Currently, Airsoft is getting updated. 777 fly. Not flight vector. It is flight vector, is it? Okay. 777 is on the way. A320 V4 is about to hit its free update for all previous customers. The price doesn't change for new customers, so it's still $20 for everybody. The website is coming soon, which will have all separate like downloading section for everybody. So you would just log in like you would do in SIPMarket or Explain.org and have your own personal space with all downloads and all updates and all automatic stuff. So there are a lot of convenience for you guys. You don't have to hunt and write to me and be like, oh, I lost the link or whatever, you know. So it's really convenient. So that's coming into A320. What else? A330. For A330, you see, there's one thing. A330 was the first pack we are done, and it's $10. Still undecided about that one yet. I might just issue a professional pack, which will be sold separate. So with a professional pack, it will require for me to go to use my fellow pilots, my colleagues, friends that work at the same time, and have them recorded from cockpit on that same recording hardware, and probably fly myself as a passenger and record. So it will require a lot of investments and a lot of time, so it will be not anytime soon. So if there will be professional sound pack for A330, which will be like sky and earth compared to what it is now, it will be sold separately for $20. But it's too early to talk about that yet. So I might just do another small update for A330 in order for it to, you know, sound good for that price, and you know, which I think it still sounds great. Little small details I personally don't like, and I will fix them. Other than that, but that will be free, of course, for previous customers. So I hope I answered your question. Yeah, Airsoft, TCAS, GPWS won't go off at the same time when one is triggered. Yes, I'm aware of that, and that should be actually the Airsoft update should be next after this one, after jar design A320. So that should come out in a few days, and then I will do my best to release Airsoft. So it should be pretty much is a lot of stuff changed there in Airsoft, and that bug is fixed as well. Okay, so we closed up. Below the line, takeoff data set. Come on. Also steering check. Windows doors and slide. Close the alarm. Cockpit door. Close the alarm. Let's go push the buttons. So how do you guys want me to start the engines? From which view? Do you want to sit in the cabin while I do that? Or for example, do you want to sit in the cockpit for engine number one, and then for the second in the cabin? Just write in the chat how you like it to get started. Outside, I mean, I can start from outside, but there's, you know, outside is just a lot of noise, just like it is in real thing. So it's it still sounds good, great. It just will be super loud. Yeah, see, now I'm working as a dog master, a dog queen. As you can tell, I'm not doing a good job. Overshoot the line. Might have as well just went to the other. Alright, we'll just push out. So whenever you get pushed, you'll hear like these dogs. Yes, you can view as a passenger. You mean you want the engines to start on the passenger? As a passenger? In passenger view? Because I got many. I got this kind of view, this. I'll show them all when we taxi. Because they all sound different, just like in real aircraft. So let's do it like this. We'll start number 1 here in cockpit. Sorry, number 2 in cockpit, and then number 1 will start from this position. How about that? Alright, parking brake is set. Wave goodbye to us. Another thing, guys, especially in this plane, in normal FTD or even FSLAPs, you can do it, but it will not work correctly here because it just modeled is old. It's not modeled correctly. So before you start engines, I suggest you turn off the packs, like manually turn off. And they smooth now. Do you hear it? Smooth turn off. So okay, leads on and number 2. So, as some of you know, that CFM engines on Airbus, they start a little faster than EIA V25. They start a little bit faster. Still, the sound is correct, the duration of it is correct, but sometimes it just doesn't match quite what you have here in the gauges. And sorry, I mean, I could have shorted it, but then it would not be real. So only thing you can do is just not watch the M1. And I told Eugene about this thing, but I guess I don't know if they will fix it or not. So the startup time on the gauges is not correct. On the sound is correct. Okay, so I'll start number 1 and then we'll move to this position here. And I'll mute the passengers so you hear better. Let them all sleep. No crying babies. Now we got a good start on both engines here. Before I do anything else, I'll show you some trick, guys. Not trick, but just a feature of what we got implemented into the sounds. As well, you can hear the, for example, the flaps. You can't hear them in cockpit. It's just, you will not even hear them like at this far from wing in cabin. So this is how it is in real aircraft. Now, not turning the packs on yet, but I just want to show you one thing here. We on the parking brake, so it's all good. Just wanted to show you, as some of you who travel in front cabin or first class or near the engines, you'll hear the air rush when there's a little bit of thrust applied to some point. There's air rush and then it goes away. So that's just all that air sucked in and rushed back. Here, let's do like this. Packs. Show you guys when I'm standing here, and it's being worked on. Still, hi Steven, how are you? Crap piece of shit sounds. So when you sit here, you totally different sounds. In the back, you'll hear that Airbus humming sound. Alright, so, yeah, what I was about to say. Okay, so here's one trick and one advice for you guys. Because of crappy, and I'm speaking the truth, crappy fade deck in this plane, or I think it's using X-plane fade deck, so this is why it fluctuates a lot, as it's not supposed to do. So the engine N1 and N2, they not quite operate correctly as they should. So what I suggest you do when you taxi, well, first thing is get parking brake off. Use as small adjustments as you can and smooth. Don't just like rock like this and then. You can do it in real aircraft, but it will not sound correctly in this one. So I'll show you what I mean exactly. If you taxi, parking brake is off, just smoothly like this. See how I'm doing smoothly? just getting about like 37, 40 and 1 to start moving, which is a lot. But you know, again, like I said, I was speaking about it earlier. This is the flaw of Laminar. So when you start moving and your speed is good enough, so like 12 knots because we have turn on the way there, smoothly bring them back. Don't just jam them. You see how they sound different, how they sound good that way. They sound how they're supposed to sound.
There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors, 4 wing window exits, and 2 rear exit doors. Signs overhead and aisle.
Carry about 10 knots on the turn.
They're equipped with communication device being placed automatically. Look around and locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind the closest visible exit may be behind you. If needed, oxygen mask will drop up a compartment above your seat. Hold the mask towards your face, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap. Although oxygen will be flowing, the plastic bag may not appear to inflate. A crew member will inform you when it's safe for you to remove your mask, and please be sure to secure your own mask before removing others. Also, please get your credit card ready should the oxygen run out. After all, this is Spirit Airlines. A light vest is located under each passenger seat. Light vest can be used for adults or children. To use it, pull apart the plastic pouch, remove the vest, and slip it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, fasten the buckle, and hold the tab on the loose end of the strap tight. Upon exiting the aircraft, pull down on the red tab to inflate the vest. It is important that you do not inflate the light vest while you're inside the aircraft. To manually inflate or top off the vest, float to the tube at shoulder level. The water activated rescue light is attached to each vest, and infant light vest will be provided by your crew should it be necessary. There are 2 life rafts at the forward doors and 2 at the rear doors on either side of the airplane. There's also an additional life raft located at the rear of the aircraft. Evacuation signs at the overwing exits are not life rafts and will not provide flotation. Your safety information card shows raft locations in the front
is not required. Question sent. Rudder trip 0,
requires passenger compliance with lighted passenger information signs, posts, placards, and most importantly, your crew member instructions. Spirit Airlines does not allow smoking. No smoking on board.
When you taxi, don't try not to use brakes.
With disabling or destroying any laboratory smoke detector or the
Try to prevent all the be 5 steps ahead of the plane. So if you know you're going to be turning, slow down, put idle.
We'll be dimming our lights for your convenience. Find a reading lamp, an air vent, and a flight attendant call on just above your seat. Those passengers seated in 1, 2, 12, and 13 no use special.
Yeah, about FADEC, like I said, Jardizani 320, they use genuine FADEC from Laminar, so this is why it's crept up.
Thanks for your attention and welcome.
Fluctuates a lot, not acting correctly as it should. Sounds changed a bit too. Okay, I'll try to turn up the mic. Привет, дело движется к релизу, да, это уже будет скоро, через пару дней. I'll speak louder, I guess, guys. That's the highest as my microphone goes, this crappy ass microphone. I promised I'd get a new one last time, but then I was just in Miami and I was busy. Cabin crew seats for departure. So we're doing full toga departure around RNF. Flaps 2. Long runway, but I just wanted to show you guys the full toga sound. That intersection here will do. Okay. Before takeoff checklist. Takeoff briefing complete. Flight controls checked. Flight instruments checked. Flaps planned. Set 2. Econ memo. TO no blue. Up. Okay guys, get ready for those epic sounds. And you know, also one thing that bugs me a lot, the GPWS is not working correctly, so I'll switch it off. It will scream at me for some reason. It does it every time, regardless. Alright guys, let's go! Florida is waiting. When you hit the center line lights. So if I go to the right a little bit, they will stop playing. You see? Go back to the center lines, it will start playing again. Ah, the breaker. Yeah, they need to fix that FADEC because it's just awful. It kills the whole experience. You saw how it fluctuates when you reduce. It just goes back and forth. Yeah, reverse thrust was working. I don't know. I checked it this morning. It was working. So who knows what's gonna happen with these new versions of X-Plane and Jar and you name it, Sassel. After takeoff, silent, landing gear up, flaps up, backs on. Kind of messed up my sector here. We're looking at checklist. This is why you have two people in the cockpit. One flies, one does everything else. Let's switch out of pilot one. Got quite a few bumps on the way here. I have contact with Jar about FADEC, yes, and they know that, but will they fix it? I don't know. And this is just one thing that needs to be fixed. I mean, I can go on and on about every system, and you know that will just be end up in new plane. And if you know Airbus like I do, you know what I mean. There's a lot of stuff that is not working correct. And what do you expect? I mean, it's a game, you know. How you doing, YouTube? Okay, so we had a constraint of 250 limitation here at Rift. Climb up, but we'll keep the speeds of 250, so we'll do open climb with 248. You see how it fluctuates? It was doing 90 and it is doing 88. Yeah, it's not supposed to do like that. But again, guys, I mean, sounds are perfect. They're working just the way it should be. It's just those things, you know. FADEC. Another thing that doesn't work correct. I'm sure you know all of these things. If I would have pushed right now, managed, it would just level out and start gaining the speeds. A320 doesn't do that. It will lower nose a little bit to gain speed, but it will not look, you know, I'll show you here. See the vertical speed? not supposed to do like that. And it would just hang. You know what I mean, right? One way to deal with it is you select it and just like use 300 or 280 and then just bring it up yourself on the way. So it looks like it just only knows two modes: climb or gain speed. Doesn't know, like it's doing 3.7 right now, like 3,700 feet per minute at 300. Okay, so that would be around, it will go down about 28, but still, why not just have something in the middle, like 1,400, having that speed and still climbing, not resulting in no dropping. But again, this is the model issues, and a lot of you guys know it. See, same thing. I push to manage. Oh, we only need to gain 20 knots, but we drop nose to 0, and then we will pick up. It's, yeah, not supposed to be like that. From large boys, from large commercial, like A320, 737, whatever, turbine, commercial aircraft. In simulator world, it doesn't matter pre-par or FSX or X-plane or FSX. There's a few that do something that's close that they're supposed to do, and you know these names: MTG, Majestic, FS Labs. Unfortunately, we can't have this way. I wish maybe someday. I just don't like. I like how the X-plane looks. I like how aircraft performs in the atmosphere. I like all these things more than I like pre-bomb. To me, it's more realistic kind of way, but. That we don't have good models to fly 780s and so on. And I'm just being real. I'm not, I say it the same way to the guys that the developers I know most of them. I always say to them, I can't lie. Something that I'm looking correct. In this case, we're here not to kind of test it the way it works. Test it the sound-wise. Right, so as we climb to 350, you can hear already the sounds of the engines have changed a lot. There's more air rushing in. Guys already know that Enviro X and Hero development team. They're working on the engine for their NL. So it's all gonna be different, pretty much. Too early to talk about it. Have any questions, just shoot them in text, chat. I'll answer. It doesn't matter if it's about packs, about aviation in general. So Okay, so in the meantime, let's brief the approach. Okay, so we're using Jingle 4 arrival Valdosta transition OTK here and go bulky and 4 specs Jingle with a constraint of 8,000 in Jingle, then direct to our initial fix. And most likely we will be clear to the left. Hold intersection. It's missing here. I can't enter it, but I'm just so paranoid about the whole system crash or sausage crash or whatever. Not even taking chances. We'll do beyond right away, which is initial fix at 2,500. Then we start descent to Norway intersection. 1,800, banking 560. Localized DV frequency 1.0.1, approach core 096, 67, runway length is 8,400 feet available. Just approach, climb to 800 and climb left into 2,000 on FLL URDME already on 070 to zoom off section. FLL 15 dB and hold. We say the FLL is 25 miles is 2,100 all around. And our management 257. After landing, we'll vacate to the right. Vacate to the right here. Most likely will be Bravo 4 or Bravo 5. It's a long runway. Join Bravo and parking in terminal 2. Okay, and so this for our arrival brief. Come in with flaps 4 configuration and auto brake low. After it catches, we'll use just regular reverse if it works, and then use manual braking. Our alternator goes in MCO. Just in case. Looks like we got it. Everything. The weather is perfect. Port out available. It's not no big deal. The wind is straight down the runway. A little bit 10 degrees to the right. Slightly from the right. People argued about flight dynamics. Pre-bar, explain. Yes, it doesn't really matter. Pretty much. On your computer, flight dynamics don't mean shit. Unless, okay, so if the plane follows the performance charts or it acts like it should be, then that means the dynamics is good. Whenever I fly to the using my monitor, TV, on the ground, pre-bar kind of looks like it's glued to the ground always. It doesn't have that. I'm afraid to say dynamics. Maybe it's dynamics. But in Oculus, those things kind of like fade away. What matters is the model inside the simulator, not simulator. It's using custom way of programming, like BSS JDA320 V4 Pre. You're kind of using your own libraries. So my opinion, if you would ask me which one is better, I would say they're both shit. That if it would be a negative, but on the positive side, there are positive things about explain, positive things about pre-bar. So both nice positives. DCS. Stuff. Fly that often, but in Oculus, DCS looks amazing. Fucking amazing. Especially if you use custom models. Like I would fly L39. It just feels and looks so real. I gave it a try to my buddies. I guess they were just hanging out in my house. And I set up controls in TCS and I gave the Oculus set to my friend to put it on. And meanwhile I was just flying the aircraft and I could see it mirrored on the displays. I wasn't even doing crazy stuff. I was just doing double tight turns on the speed, a few barrel rolls, and the guy after 2 minutes he said like I'm going to almost everybody who tried, my friends, Oculus, non-aviation guys, they're just got sick after 2 minutes. still, the older version, current version, is still good. Better than everything out there. got this probably like 2 hours. Kenosha, Oshkosh, these names are funny in Wisconsin. Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's EA. So all these United States aviation celebrities were there. I was there last year. It's quite amazing. those of you who just joined, we're doing live stream flight A320 direct design from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. CFN version, Blue Sky Star Simulations V4 sound pack, which is coming out soon within days. It will be both CFN IDE available at BlueSkyStars.net Copy. Rough. Rough time for the passengers.
$2,500. 1000.
Yeah. Stable. Get tossed around here a little bit. That's what I call work. Some speed here.
500. 400.
And we
300. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
reverse. Let's go out. parking checklist, parking brake, chocks on in, engines off, beacon off, seatbelt signs off, emergency exit lights armed, fuel electric bomb off, fuel bombs coming off. There we are. Thank you guys for watching this video, flying with me today from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale. This A320 car design for R6. Hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you again. Yeah, the Pratt & Whitney is coming soon too. I forgot to mention forgot to mention about Pratt & Whitney. It will come pretty soon. This is one of the reasons for the V4 is to get it ready for Pratt & Whitney. Clouds is Enviro, yes. Back chime sounds as soon as you press the gear lever, not when the gear down, doors are shut. Some of it don't even have that. Depends on the package. Thank you, Steven. And the release date should be within a few days for the V4. And that's it. We'll leave the plane configured just like that for the next flight, whoever's flying it. Here, passengers deboarding. If you guys wanna, let's do this. Do you want a replay? I figure you do. I'll make sure all this back on so we can have a normal replay. That goes in. Let's see how I did. To me, it was a positive touch, normal landing. According to conditions outside, was pretty choppy and gusty. Okay, so we're all closed in. Hopefully the sim will not quit on us. Let's get replay mode. There it is. Let's check out the landing here. Too much. Let's say from here is good. Outside. Let's do outside for now. Then we can do like a passenger view or something.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
We can get something like this.
200, 500.
Sounds might not work correctly on the replay, of course, because they're all depend on data refs. You see, like, the flaps are not down. This is,
400, 300,
it's just the thing about with the replays, they don't work correctly. But
200,
just to get the picture of how it is from the passenger's perspective.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
I kind of saved it there a little bit, and nose gear, the nose was going down pretty quick at one point,
200,
and I saved it from hitting too hard. Just before it touched down, just to be like
100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
See it? Well, I saved it there. I hold it off a little bit more. That would be hard. Touch down the nose. Okay guys, hope you had fun and did not fall asleep. I was trying to. And yeah, like I said, release should be within a few days for V4, then followed by G1000 Pratt & Whitney. Should be fully compatible with V4. G1000 will be sold separately, of course, as an expansion. So you would need a full back in order for it to operate. See a fan back. sir. They're still spinning, still spinning. Okay guys, I will see you soon. Subscribe, all links below, and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching.